We've arrived at the finishers, at the gas men on the player power rankings. This is where I'm charting the best players in the world, position by position, and we've arrived at the left wingers. The wing position, they're the guys that just have insane highlight reels. The bits that are always the shareable clips on social media. But actually, the modern winger has to do so much more than that. They have to be brilliant defensively. They have to kick chase for days. They have to be good under the high ball, as well as being able to finish when the opportunity presents itself. So there are some seriously talented athletes on this list. Let me know who your favourite left winger is, where they should be, where you would have them on the chart. Now look, I'm going to forget some players. This is the list from the last time, by the way. I'm going to forget some players. I think I've covered off them all, but certainly with the centres, Len Ikital at least deserved a mention. Dylan Riley as well from Japan. So I'm not perfect, but I'm doing my very best. And I'd love your thoughts in the comments down below. Give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe. This time round, the top 10 looks like this. And there are players that are moving across from the list because of the position that they've been playing as their country are putting them in maybe the 14 jersey. I've moved them across to the right wing. That may well be the case on this list. And then other players moved over to the left wing. At number 10, Gabin Villiers, who's got himself back in. No Damien Penaud through November, and Villiers was absolutely brilliant. I don't know what it is about teams. South Africa and France in November had double small scrum hat wearing Power Ranger wingers, and Gabin Villiers and Louis Bielle-Biarrey were fantastic. Villiers was the starter at the start of the Rugby World Cup. He's been overtaken by Bielle-Biarrey, but he's absolutely class. And when he got his opportunity, he was brilliant. Deserves to get back into the top 10. Will he stay there? That depends how much game time he gets. We'll see in the Six Nations. At number 9, staying where he was last time, Monty Ioane. Tries versus England and Wales in the Six Nations. He got tries through November as well. He's really, really good. And you know what? Monty Ioane always had brilliant upside highlight reel moments. Great finisher. But he does the nuts and bolts really well. He's a work rate winger these days. And that's elevated his performance. He's very important for Italy. Number 8, Tommy Freeman. In a poor year for England, he's been one of the bright spots, one of the positives. And he's emerged and done very, very well post-Rugby World Cup with some of his Northampton Saints young gun teammates. He's a key part of that England backline. He plays on the right wing if Emmanuel Faye-Waboso is not there, like he wasn't in November. Otherwise, he plays on the left. Could he be a number 13 for England in the years ahead? There are lots of people who think he could be. He's big as well as quick, very skillful, good kicker, good tactical brain, good rugby brain. So just an all-round great athlete. Big future ahead for Tommy Freeman. Is there a big future ahead for Makazole Mapimpi? Every time you think he's in the twilight of his career, he plays like a teenager who's absolutely desperate for it. I mean, Edwill van der Merwe, one of the players coming through for South Africa who you thought might take Mapimpi's spot. Mapimpi's playing like he's saying, no, you're not getting in. I want my jersey. He's been absolutely fantastic in 2024. He got 2 tries against Scotland, which was his only appearance in the November tests. He got 6 tries in 5 games in 2024 and just played with heart and desire that has made Makazole Mapimpi one of the most loved rugby players on the planet. He stays at number 7. Up to number 6 is Caleb Clarke. He's had a breakout year actually for him, just showing a level of consistency and maturity that we haven't seen before. We've always seen the amazing moments, incredible busting of tackles and brilliant finishing, elite speed, but he's put that on show for a consistent period, and he's made the number 11 jersey his own. He scored 6 tries in 4 games in the Rugby Championship. He was absolutely fantastic in that. And yeah, Mark Talea didn't get a look in for a while. He was on this list, Mark Talea. He's one of those players that's moved over to the other list, and part of that is because Caleb Clarke is now New Zealand's number 11. Duhan van der Merwe stays at number 5. 9 tries in 10 games in 2024. 2 tries against Fiji and Australia. He scored 5 tries in the Six Nations, 3 of them against England. I was there in Murrayfield to watch that game. His hat-trick against England was fantastic. But he was very quiet against South Africa, and that's where Duhan van der Merwe needs to go to move up this top 5 and get higher, because his upside and his highlights reel maybe the best out of any winger, maybe the best out of any player in World Rugby. Some of the tries he's scored are insane. But he can blow cold every now and again. big year for him with the British and Irish Lions. Can he go and dominate and impose himself on a game when Ireland come to Edinburgh, for example, in the Six Nations? That's the challenge for Duhan van der Merwe, but no doubt, what a player. Number 4, staying exactly where he is again, Mateo Carreras. He only made 1 appearance as a replacement off the bench in November due to injury. Before that, he got 5 tries in 9 tests. And, I mean, his injury might be a blessing for Argentina because they uncovered a little bit of depth. They got Delgi and Iskro some game time. But no question, when he's back and available, he is their number 1 winger and a potent finisher. Such a little hot stepper. And, yeah, can't wait to see him back in the blue and white of Bayonne and the blue and white of Argentina in 2025. Into the top 3 then. Louis Bielle-Biarrey, what a rise. He's gone from what, number 8 to number 3? 4 tries in 3 tests in November. Insane tries as well. He doesn't just score normal tries. He never just canters into the corner. He'll do a somersault, a grubber kick through and cartwheel before scoring. He's incredible. Absolutely amazing. And he's 21, one of the brightest young talents in world rugby. Le Bip Bip, as he's known in France. He's on his way potentially to the number 1 position on this list because the guys ahead of him, well, he's got a few years on them. But 2 guys ahead of him. Firstly, Clarke Arendse, who moves over from the right wing list because he's been played on the left predominantly by South Africa lately. As Rassie Erasmus changes and other coaches change, same with Mark Talea, I react and put them on the other list. So Cheslin Colby is now playing on the right wing for South Africa. So I've moved him to the right wing list as well. Clarke Arendse at number 2. 2 appearances in November. Saw him play at Twickenham against England. He's so good. 4 appearances in the Rugby Championship. He scored an important try in that first test win against Ireland. He is just so dependable. His work rate in defence is massive. His finishing is brilliant. His kick chase is immense. He's just an all-rounder. And only pipped to the number 1 spot by James Lowe. 32 years of age. So important to the way Ireland play. Yeah, he's a great... He finishes brilliantly. He's a good character. He got 4 tries in 5 in the Six Nations. He was big versus South Africa. No tries against South Africa in those tests in July. But tactically, and it was the same in November as well, tactically he is so important. That left boot is such a weapon for Ireland. And they use him. Him and Mac Hansen both come in off their wings, both pop up in the second receiver position to kick or to put someone else into space. Such a good rugby player and seems like a lovely bloke. James Lowe is number 1. And that is the list of left wingers on the player power rankings. Let me know if I've missed anyone. Let me know if you disagree with any of the rankings there. It's based, remember, on current form. So it's not just about the games we've just seen in November. Historic form, so a player's whole body of work. That's why sometimes younger guys take a while to go up the list. And also a bit of gut feeling in there as well. And that's my gut feeling as the top 10. Let me know what you reckon. I'll see you on the next one where we'll be doing right wingers.